I'd like to talk about two relationship building themes that share the same goal, and that goal is integrity to self. What is interesting about these two themes is they play a significant role in a person's psychology and personality because they are quite belligerent to being changed or manipulated. In other words, both these themes bring the value of staying true to who you are despite peer pressure. So if you find somebody who's got Relator alone in their top 10 or Relator and Individualization in their top 10 alone, no other relationship building themes, you'll find that these individuals very much have a take it or leave it philosophy and will be less interested in being shifted, manipulated, or told to be something they're not. In fact, they will celebrate their individuality and how they understand themselves with a level of determination which can be quite inspirational. But they go about the process quite differently. So let's have a look at Relator. Relator sees itself as a shape and then accepts that shape. So if I'm a square, and I'll get on with being a square. Individualization is more interested in what makes up that square. It believes that that square is the sum total of tiny little shapes that have been configured to become a square. In fact, individualization believes that that square really isn't a final shape, but what is more important is how you use the little shapes and rearrange them to become who you are as an individual. So a person with individualization believes that they are far more nuanced and that they can rearrange who they are to create quite a dynamic approach in different circumstances. This is why they spend time studying people, because they love working out their little shapes and celebrating these elements in others. They are particularly good at understanding which aspect of a person needs to come out in a situation. And they love it when they see individuals celebrating this diversity in the face of a situation where everybody looks the same. So a person strong in individualization will go against the grain in terms of uniformity. They believe that you as an individual need to be distinct from the person to your left and right. And they will utilize whatever subshape they have available to make sure that they do that. So what happens if you've got Relator and individualization together? Well, they're going to contain each other to some extent. So what is likely to happen is the Relator will say, I'm a square, and then it will investigate the subcontext of that square, but will be quite content with being a square. Whereas someone with individualization and no Relator will probably be a little bit more diverse and a little bit more flamboyant in terms of how they display the different elements of who they are. As you can see, both these themes can have quite a significant impact on how people come across and how they behave. But at the heart of it is trying to be true to oneself. If you have additional relationship building themes in your top 10 around these, they will add additional complexity, and I'll unpack that in another video. But I hope that this gives you some idea as to the similarities and differences between Relator and individualization.